Alright, we got a brand new light from the 511. As you see there, 511 Tactical Series light. The ATAC L2. Seems to be a pretty neat little size light. Did bring my previously reviewed Streamlight ProTac 2L in here to compare it with, because they seem to be very similar lights, but once we get this one out of the box, we'll see. As you can see on the outside of the box, it sports says 222 lumens output, a 4-hour runtime, which I guess is a mixture of high and low modes. 106 meters of throw is what it's claiming right away. 2-meter shock proof, and it shows a little rain cloud. So I guess that means if you get caught in a drizzle, you may be okay. As it denotes down here, 2 CR123A batteries. It does come with them. On the back side, has some technical specs going down the list. Machined aerospace grade aluminum, rotary dial electronic lockout. That seems to be kind of cool. I guess that's how you select the modes. Multifunction tail cap switch with momentary on, high, ultra low, and strobe. Interested to see that. Regulated circuit and Cree LED. We know that's good stuff. Spring steel pocket clip and breakaway lanyard. It says on high 222 lumens. On low, 10 lumens, and of course on strobe, it goes back to 222 lumens. High, it says 4 hours of runtime. They're claiming 4 hours on high. If so, that will kill this one. 74 hours on low. That's pretty impressive. 7 hours and 15 minutes on strobe. 106 meters of throw on high. 23 meters of throw on low. And let's get it out. I'm through talking about this thing. We'll open up the bottom of the box very gently, because I do keep my boxes. Come out, we've got ATAC L2 instructions manual, user guide. It does sport English, and I guess a few other languages. This ATAC flashlight is equipped with a rotary dial switch, which allows intelligent tactical switch to be electronically locked. I guess that means that it will automatically come on high. I'm actually not familiar with that feature. So let's play with it. We got the flashlight out here, and we can see right away it's got a little bit of a strike bezel. Real lightweight, very, very lightweight. Probably the lightest flashlight I may have at the moment. It's got some knurling back here on the tail cap. It does have a little anti-roll, and that's rubber too, so that's kind of cool. First thing that gets beat up on all my nice 4.7s lights that I've showed you before, or Surefire flashlights, is these little pieces get beat up and end up looking like crap, which, you know, is what's going to happen anyways if you use it. But you got some nice little knurling back here like we were talking about. That nice clip that it was talking about seems to be pretty strong. Got your on-off cap back here. And you can see here that the has a lock, has a white dot, and then what looks like a little lock symbol. And I guess what that means is it'll lock one mode. But once we get batteries in, we'll play with it. It does say 511 ATAC L2, so it's branded. Has a very, very, well, a fairly textured reflector. So I guess we won't have a super tight beam, but I wonder what kind of spill we'll have. Let's unscrew the tail cap. Coming in seems to be pretty rugged, pretty general. First thing I noticed right away, well, remove the tail cap. That will take off our anti-roll parts, but the head does not come off. Very, very tight. I assume it's just built to stay on. It does have a little graph showing you how to put the batteries in on the back side. It comes with two. We got two Duracell branded CR123As here. Pop those out, and positive, positive. And we've got a little cheesy lanyard. You know, lanyards are cool. This one, other than having a weird looking lock that says 511 on it, seems to be a pretty basic little lanyard. We'll set that to the side, and the back says recycle. But anyways, we'll screw the tail cap on, and we are all the way on, nice and tight. It does have a real positive feel, and I guess that's high, low, and strobe. Yep, got 3 modes. High, they claim to be 222 lumens. See a nice, good, tight beam right there. No big donut hole in the center, so that's a good thing to look at. A lot of spill. And then low, What was that number they came up with on that? 10 lumens. That seems a little bright for 10 lumens, but you know, still very useful. This is actually one of my favorite modes of any flashlight. Actually, I use this more than I do bright, or the brightest setting. And then for a strobe, we see a very fast flicker. Seems to be pretty responsive. Uh-oh, I think we might have figured out how that lock works. Okay, what the lock does is disengages the tail cap switch. So I can turn it on. Now it's switched to high, but it won't come on until I rotate that lock. And for you tactical guys out there, tactical gurus, you'll like that. That way you're not walking through a dark hallway or something and your light gets bumped on. You can actually lock it off, and then at the flip of a switch, go to high. Or, let's see, off, flick a switch, go to high. So it won't come on in strobe, which is, I don't know, it would have been cool if it did. But I guess that's just a permanent lock to where it won't come on. Previously reviewed ProTac 2L from Streamlight, and my brand new 222 lumen 511 light here that I'm moving. As you can see, the Streamlight still gives that very thin and very blasting beam of light, very thin hot spot. On the let's see if I can move an arm out of the way. On the 511 light, it's a little thicker, but the output seems to be very similar. Ease of operation, right away I can tell, you know, the 511 tail cap is a little weird to get used to. It has just a little, it feels like it has a little more pressure than it should. But cycling through modes is pretty easy. In the Streamlight ProTac 2L, I'm just used to it. I carry this light in my pocket every day. Side by side comparison, not bad. Not bad on the beam. Very impressive so far. Physically, the 511 light, I'm sorry, I'm brain dead right now. The 511 light feels thicker in my hand than my Streamlight, but as far as the texturing goes, I definitely feel like I have more bite on the 511 light. Let's get our lights turned back up and compare these two lights back up. Got our flashlights laid down here to the side. We have our 511 light, which I position here closest to the camera, and the Streamlight here. As we can see right away, length of the two lights. The 511 light is about a ½ inch longer than the Streamlight, and also as far as thickness goes, it's a fair amount thicker. Actually, the Streamlight is very fair because it hugs very tight to the body of the, or to the batteries that it uses. So it's about as thin as it can get for CR123s. And there's a good side-by-side comparison of how tall it is. A lot of that appears to be the tail cap. There's just a lot going on with that tail cap. But, you know, still pocket size. Could be carried in a pocket. But probably getting to the part of most people are going to say no to it. It's just, it's almost too big. I mean, being honest, and I've carried, you know, 6Ps and some of those 4.7 lights I've showed, like the X7 Maelstrom. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. I got a good review video of it. And the G5 Maelstrom. But, which I happen to love 4.7s. 4.7s, start sending me free stuff, please. Anyways, enough talk about them. You know, I think you got a pretty good overall impression of what's going on with them. Let's go outside and shine them at something, see how they perform side by side. Alright, now we moved outside in a dark environment to see what these this bad boy could do. And if you've watched any of my other recent reviews, you've learned that that set of bushes right there is about 10 or 12 yards away. And this tree, I'm going to incorporate it too. It's on about 20 yards away or so. I mean, not super far away, 15 to 20 yards. And there are some more bushes down here on the right. And that little fence line, if you can see it drooping, it's about, you know, 25 yards away. So a very respectable throw. This is out of the ProTac 2L. You know, considering it's a very small pocket size light. A very tight beam, as we talked about. And as you can see, those bushes light up very well. A little skinny tree there, we could identify him if he was a bad guy. And other skinny tree beside of it. Nothing against fat trees, by the way. And over here, fat tree, we can really make out. Now to the main event. We got the awesome 511 light. And we can see there's just a little more, you know, side by side, There's a little more coverage on the right side with the 511 light versus the left side with the Streamlight light. But those bushes are very easy to see. The skinny trees there, very easy to make out. Our fat tree, not too bad. And over here, our other little skinny tree, I can clearly make out everything on it. With my naked eye, I can actually see where a little bit of sap's been rolling down the tree there. And back over here, that fence line, it's a little harder to see with this one actually. It's got a lot more throw though. It really lights up in the entire area. I can see everything in front of me. Sorry, I live on a pretty quiet road normally, but apparently anytime I try to make a video, it turns into a super highway. So I cut out some of the cars coming by. But just showing you there, we're back on the skinny tree, the fat tree. This is the 511 light, side by side with the very tight beamed Streamlight light. You know, both of them are very fair. I wouldn't be upset to have either one of them. Just seeing the performance though side by side, I'm probably still going to stick to my Streamlight light for everyday carry. But as far as a bag light or a car light, this 511 light works great. Very impressed with it. I can actually, with the naked eye, make out about, I don't know, probably about 120 yards or so. So that's about right on where they said it should be. But very, very bright. Down in low, a little harder to see. We'll go right here to the railing. That's that 10 lumen low that they were talking about. And just so we have a little comparison, our low for Streamlight ProTac 2L on the left, low for the 511 light on the right. You can see the beam's still tighter on the Streamlight, but it's more of a floodlight on the right. One thing I am noticing as I'm standing out here playing with them, as I cycle through the modes, over here on the left, the Streamlight, it goes high, strobe, low. The 511 goes high, low, high, low strobe. So I do like the fact that low comes before strobe, even though as you can see, this button is a little bit to figure out. It's kind of hard to cycle through modes the more I use it. But I wouldn't go ahead. I'd still buy the light. It's still worth the $70 or so I gave for it. I got it from Bass Pro. I got a Bass Pro gift card for Christmas. So this is what I bought because I love flashlights. But as you can see right there in the leaves, just a much bright or wider view there. And on the left, just a very tight beam. But before I babble on like I'm good at, I'd like to go ahead and say thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Give me a subscription. That's nice. I got a lot of other stuff I've tried to work hard on my channel. Go check out some of my other videos. And give me a thumbs up. A like is appreciated also. And if you favorite my video, I'll just adore you for life. How about that? But thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to get to them as quickly as I can. And have a good night.